When you drive a Chevy, it's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. And find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Chevrolet.
Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, brought to you by Liuna, Labor's Local 663, who remind us, drive safely in those work zones. Those folks want to go home to their families as well. We go to Columbia and we bring in Rockbridge head football coach, Matt Perkins. Coach, thanks so much for your time today.
Happy to be here.
Coach, a great year a year ago, 9-3 on the season. Tell us a little bit about what you're going to have to replace due to graduation and maybe some of those folks stepping into those roles.
Yeah, we're losing a really good running back named Cooper Myers that scored 10 rushing touchdowns for us a year ago. Kind of a little bowling ball. He played the fullback H position for us, but we would bring him into the backfield and let him kind of ram things in at the end of the series. And then on defense, where we're going to have to replace 3 all-state linebackers, we had a guy named Grayson Cutchlow that's now at Mizzou. Had a guy named Spencer Irvin that went to Morningside, and had a guy named Elijah Morton that is at Pitt State. So those 3 linebackers are gone. That's a lot of a void right there in the middle. And then we're replacing a guy named Colin Snow that's the all-time leader in interceptions in Class 6 in Missouri State high school history.
Wow, that's a lot to replace. What's the summer been like for you? I mean, 7-on-7s. What do you guys do over the summer?
So, we've been pretty busy. We went to the Pitt State team camp, wanted to throw a little love at those guys for how hard they recruited Elijah. So we went down there to team camp, kind of got to explore a little bit with some of the new faces and new places type deal, and learned a lot about ourselves. And then, we went to a Mizzou 7-on-7. And then we wrapped up in July with the Branson team camp. Like to go down there and get my kids out of the house, get them away, and let them, control the strip there at Branson and just wreak havoc. And so we did all that. Had a really good summer. Learned a lot about, what we need to do going forward. And really blessed. We bring back just about everybody on offense, and I feel like we've got a ton of weapons there, and best quarterback in the state, and just a lot of really good things to talk about on that side as well.
Again, visiting with Matt Perkins, the Rockbridge head football coach. And, Coach, as you look at your schedule from last year compared to this year, are there many changes? I know the conferences, with Ozark Conference kind of folding, you've got some of the stragglers coming out of that conference.
Yeah, so our conference is not a full conference in terms of, weeks 1 through 9 being taken up. So we actually open the season with a non-conference game. It's a new opponent. We're going to go to Kansas City and play Park Hill. Traditionally pretty good football school. They play in a really tough suburban league over there. And, it's a great way to start the season because you get to find a lot about yourself. And again, don't know much about them at this point. So hopefully tonight with Jamboree, we'll learn a little bit. Then we end the season week 9 with a non-conference against Francis Howell, and that's a great barometer right as you're about to go into, playoff field to play type deal. Last year we lost to Francis Howell in a PAT or on a field goal that got blocked. We drove the length of the field down 2 and milked the clock and then kicked a field goal from about 30 and they blocked it. And otherwise we might have won that game right there. And so those are the 2 non-conference. We added Camdenton into our conference, so a familiar opponent for me coming from the Ozark Conference. Another reason I hate purple here. We've got Hickman. Hate the purple at Hickman. Hate the purple at Camdenton. So all is well.
Very good. And you mentioned that we're recording this on Jamboree Friday. Where are you guys headed, and who's part of that?
Yeah, we're going down to Blair Oaks. I'm going to see Coach LePage, and going to play against Elias down there with Coach Henches as well. So 2 really storied programs, really good programs. Going to see some really good football.
I was saying, you guys relatively healthy at this time. Obviously haven't played a game, but I've seen a lot of guys get hurt over the summer. I know Mount Vernon lost a kid at that Branson game.
We are fully healthy. We have 100% of our roster ready to play tonight. So that is it's really exciting. We got 158 kids on our roster, so it's a wild experience up here. We're going to travel 110, so we're not bringing some of the freshmen there, but we are healthy and a lot.
Outstanding. Well, that's a ton of kids there. So you guys open up at Park Hill and at Smith Cotton. Tell us a little bit about the other members of your conference. I know you said you were a little bit shorthanded as far as not having a full, 10 game or 9 games, I guess.
Right.
But who are the other members?
Yeah, the Central Missouri Athletic Conference consists of a lot of the surrounding middle area teams. We open after the week 1 game. We open with Sedalia week 2 for conference play. That'll be at Sedalia Smith Cotton. Coach Gray does a great job there trying to get things going for that program. He's had a couple of really good freshman classes back to back. They bring a lot of their kids back, so they've got reason to be excited. Then week 3, Jeff City comes to us. So, with new Eric Thomas as their head coach, we get to see Jeff City. We then turn around. We go through the Jeffs. So we play Jeff City week 3. We play Cap City week 4 with Joe Collier as their head coach. Joe runs some split back veer, a little bit of flex bone. They are a handful. If you've watched Lebanon play, very similar type environment. You have to go in there with the mindset you got to score every time. It's tough. Week 5, we play Hialeah, so we finish our 3 games in a row with the Jeff City group. Week 6 is that Camdenton game, so that'll be new, for the conference. Week 7 is Battle, and week 8 is Hickman. So that's the conference rundown. It's just a lot of fun going through it, and we look forward to every single one of those games.
Well, outstanding. Well, Coach, as always, I greatly appreciate you being part of the show, and you've always been a friend of the show. We have a new rule here. If you have to come on 3 times to be a friend of the show, and this is probably your 15th time on
Yes,
going back to West Plains. But Coach, tremendous luck this year. I know we'll get to talk again and get you on the scoreboard show after a win.
I'd love that. You do a great job, man. Really look forward to talking to you every time. Thanks a lot.
Hey, you bet. Thanks, Coach. Have a great day. God bless.
You too.
You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us